Day 29 of the Aurora theater shooting trial ends on a cliffhanger. The former girlfriend of the defendant taking the stand, starting to talk about his demeanor in their relationship.
He never had highs and lows of emotion, ever, no. He was pretty calm for the most part and friendly if people interacted with him.
When day 30 starts tomorrow, she'll be asked about email and Google chats she had with the defendant in the months leading up to the shooting, but her testimony may be secondary to the crux of the case, his sanity. 7 News reporter Marshall Zelinger is live. And Marshall, really only 1/3 of this case has been about the defendant's mental capacity.
That was the last week and a half when 2 court-appointed psychiatrists took the stand, giving their opinions that the defendant was sane at the time of the shooting. Ultimately, that, and not necessarily the ex-girlfriend's testimony, is what this case comes down to. The Aurora theater shooting trial is now on day 29, but the fate of the defendant may hinge on the testimony on these last 9 days, when 2 court-appointed psychiatrists took the stand describing his mental state.
Some jurors just won't believe in psychiatrists anyway and will make up their own mind.
The 2 doctors, William Reed and Jeffrey Metzner, told the jury the defendant has a mental illness but was sane on July 20th, 2012.
Both sides brought up this idea. But for his mental illness, this would not have happened. Who does that benefit more?
It seems to be quite helpful to the defense. If he didn't have the mental illness, in other words, the experts agreed this wouldn't have happened.
Prosecutors used the defendant's own words, showing 22 hours of Dr. Reed's interview where the shooter talked about right and wrong.
Did you see anything about the mission that said it was a wrong thing to do?
Not sure.
Pretty simple question.
Well, I knew it was legally wrong because you get punished for killing people.
In the other 20 days of testimony, jurors have heard from survivors, although the jury is not supposed to deliberate based on emotion.
And the whole system has to hope that these jurors keep in mind that the question is, did the prosecution prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Holmes was sane?
When the defense starts its case in 2 or 3 weeks, we know another doctor will be called to the stand who will testify her analysis of the defendant suggests he was insane at the time of the shooting. Reporting live, Marshall Zelinger, 7 News.
We know you'll be on it. Thanks, Marshall. You can watch everything as it happens in the courtroom. This free 7 News app gives you live coverage every day court is in session.